Pilford. It's my 77 Mazda 808 Sedan. People think it's RX3, but it's 808. I don't really care about saying it's 808. Had it for, God, I can't remember exactly when I bought it, but I think it's about 12, 13 years. A mate of mine imported it from Aussie, basically turned up with it, showed me pictures, and I was like, man, that thing's mint, like, sort of fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, kind of thing. It was green, had like Simmons on it, gold Simmons, typical Aussie, but they were actually small for once instead of like 24s. Needed money for a venture with a partner that's not there anymore. And yeah, so I sort of was first on the list because I kept hounding him about it. Basically bought it that week and took it home. Could have sold it on the way home to some guy at the gas station when I needed gas. So, but glad I never did. Originally had a fiberglass 12A front nose came for it, but they were crap. Like the point on the nose, like pointed down, it was just not right. Didn't really fit the rest of the car. So yeah, obviously decided 10A was for me. 10A Series 1, whatever you want to call it. New Zealanders call it 10A, but technically it's the Series 1. Piecing everything else together was a mission. Parts were semi-hard to find. They're a lot harder to find now. It took me about 5 years from when I got it to getting it on the road. Just more so for money, like I was still an apprentice and got fed up one time and then just thought, nah, bugger it, I'll just dump everything I've got into it to get it on the road. Built it to what it is now. So the engine's a JC Cosmo 13b. They had up the like 92 to 95-ish Cosmo. NA still runs the turbo rotors. It's got 3mm apex seals, carbon apex seals, so if they ever die, they won't destroy housings. Full cut Bridgeport, so it's like the porting's quite big. It can go bigger. 48 IDA, Gilmore drives. Yeah, the motor's pretty simple. It's got billet flywheel, Fidanza flywheel, and like a heavy duty Series 4 RX7 clutch and gearbox. Obviously doing the drags and stuff like that, you had to have scatter blanket. Well, some places wanted you to run scatter blanket, Mary still does. It's like a bulletproof vest pretty much for your flywheel. If the flywheel ever comes off or explodes, or the clutch explodes, it doesn't go flying through your feet. Take your ankles off. So, or take out the car, like a few of them happened at Reunion last year. Still got leaf springs in the back, but it's got 3 Hilux leafs and 2 Mazda leafs. So the Hilux leafs, they're quite flat from factory, so they get the right height. But then also, like the suspension ride was quite firm, which is what I wanted. It's got BMW shocks in the back just to keep it all happy. Front end's got the factory struts, but they've been shortened. Like the shock body's been shortened, and it's got Toyota inserts in it, and then the custom coilovers put onto it with camber plates and stuff. The diff's still stock at the moment, but it's on its very last legs because of how this thing gets driven. It will last the weekend at Reunion coming up, and then I'll pull it out and yeah, do an upgrade to disc brakes on the back. Not quite sure what brakes, but probably want to run wheelwards like the front. The front's got 4-pot Dynalights calipers and a custom like 2-piece rotor setup that I sort of designed myself. Yeah, 283mm disc and yeah, real good hawk pads, so it stops real good. Could stop better when the rear's got disc brakes, but still stops way better than the original little CD size front discs that as soon as you touch the brakes they overheat. Wheels are a Performance Challenger, so kind of like a copy of the old school Bathurst Globes. They're a 15x8 at 0 offset. They were an old Pro 7 RX7, which Guy had early RX7 and a Series 3 RX7, which is 4x114, so that's what the other stud pattern is, so we could bolt them between the two. So yeah, but obviously this is still 4x110 for now anyway. I'd like to go 114 because I've got heaps of skid wheels for 114, so yeah, rather use those than the road tyres for doing drags and shit like that. 195 45 15 tyres, which just seem to complete the look right. They're not too chunky. The old editor was on his way out, the new editor was on his way in. The old editor sort of mentioned at Hard Park that this thing's rad, yada yada. Talked to this guy, I've already sort of kind of talked to him. So yeah, I just sort of made contact kind of thing, and yeah, it was all spiraled out of control from there kind of thing. So it was quite cool. It's quite rad to have someone be like, yeah, that thing's sick.
So what's the deal with the Kiwi?
Oh, it's just a bit of a side project, eh? It's a ex-taxi VZ that I bought a crashed VZ SS and basically transplanted everything into. Got a bit wild with the extras on top of that. So like airbags, rear suspension, big brakes, got HSV brakes, and yeah, sort of just extra. Always got to go extra.